Hello. Hello, Kodiak, and hello, world. I am so excited to be here. I have a super cool workshop that I'm streaming live here with a book reading, and I'm gonna give you here. You see it down here. What's happening here? And before I get started, I want to say thank you for KPLA Kodiak to enter this really cool collaboration and offering me their web page here, their Facebook page to stream. I love the synergy because I wrote this book and they're all about books and the love of books. And I used to live in Kodiak. So hello, Kodiak. Hello, world. Very excited to be here with this cool book reading and workshop. So before I get going, I want to make sure that I see the live stream here on the page. I want to quickly look at my iPad here, and I do see the video. Hurrah! Here we are. Awesome. Because I do want to follow the comments. I'll make sure that I see what you guys are saying and engage with you all. So here's what's going to be happening. So you already see my book here. I wrote this book and I have a card deck, and this is a creativity workshop, an inner growth creativity workshop to make your life more sparkling and awesome, with a book reading as well. So I will be playing with you with content of my book, and you get to experience my card deck as well. And all of it will help you, literally, like the title of my book says, it will help you to claim your own desires and spark your dream life. So it's book party day for me. I'm going to show you all of these things, and I want to quickly explain what I mean by this and why did I write this book? Because you guys might be wondering what's going on, like what does sparkle even mean, and why is this relevant to me? So I started writing this book out of curiosity because I was on this inner growth mode to just kind of see like, well, what else is out there? How can I add more meaning to my life and make it even more awesome? I was already doing coaching with clients and already had been following my heart. I had found more of a belief into the universe and my own eclectic kind of bigger awareness of spirituality. And I was curious, well, how can I make it even more? I was curious about manifesting and like just making everything more sparkly, literally. And one day, one of my coach colleagues, Jean Berry, we were talking together about this whole topic, and she got the inspiration that Permission to Sparkle is a book title, and it was meant to be written by me. And it sounds wild if somebody just tells you a book title and that you're supposed to write it, but it felt so right. It felt perfect. And it was the mission that I was on for myself. And I decided to write this book so that everybody can later follow on along with me and also make their life more sparkly. And so the book is a memoir / playbook that literally has tons of play prompts in there where I am sharing, you see like here, there are play prompts, there are creativity prompts in there. I'm sharing my own journey in how I was making my life more sparkly, life area by life area. And sometimes it was easy stuff, like making my design space more sparkly. And sometimes it became more challenging. And I overcame these challenges. And then what happened every time I embraced my inner mind game and what I call being off the sparkle path, it's literally all those fears, those inner stories that we might be telling ourselves of why we cannot do something. All of that, I faced all of those, and I used my sparkle play prompt. And so I overcame those one by one. And what happened is that I literally got not only did my life become more sparkly, literally, I'm wearing sparkles today, but every life area became more what I wanted and more fulfilling. And I became stronger in the sense of, daring to speak up and daring to ask for what I wanted. And also in loving myself more and in standing up for myself. Because one of the challenges that I faced as I was writing the book, I thought I was done with the book, but I wasn't, because I got diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was literally reviewing the book at that time, and I ended up incorporating just a little bit of that into my book as well. Also, challenges like that, with all the things that I found in the book, I was able to walk through with more resilience, which is also what I call sparkle. So, okay, so here you are with a desire to make your life more awesome. This is a play hour where you can find just what serves you personally best to make your life more awesome. I'm super excited that you're here to play. So what else do I have on the list? So here's a very specific, I'm going to have a cheat sheet here to make sure that I don't forget anything important. Your biggest walkaway is here. So I promise that you will feel more vibrant through this workshop. You will feel more clarity in how you can make your life more awesome, and you feel rejuvenated and excited to take actions. So yes, in addition to this workshop, this is also a day for me where I'm celebrating this book and how far I've come, and it's on Amazon. And so all of you, as you're watching this workshop, if you're inspired to buy my book, it is on Amazon. And I'm actually telling all my friends and everybody, if they want to buy the book, it helps me to get as many people as possible to buy it today. That really helps bump it up on Amazon. So it's my book party day. If you love what you'll see here, I'm inviting you to also buy my book today. Okay, so I want to explain quickly before we get started this whole lingo of sparkle, what that means. Just in a few words, because it's not everybody's language. The whole sparkle theme might be underestimated, and you get to decide what it means for you. But what it means for me is that now that I'm sparkling, giving myself permission to fully sparkle. That's the whole spiel, right? Where we don't stand in our own way. Fully living sparkling for me means that I walk strong. Whatever happens, I walk resilient. That's one. It means that I am all of me. You get to be all of you and live your dreams and desires. It also means that you get to have fun with whatever lights you up. Those are powerful things. And then it helps you manifest whatever you want. That's also actually part of the book, is a manifesting formula. As we stay in that curiosity of making our life more and more sparkling, we end up manifesting more and more of our dream life. So any life area, like more wellness, which happened for me, I created more wellness for myself. Sparkling more in business. You can manifest dream clients, sparkling wealth, manifesting abundance. All of those things I've started to create more and more for myself. And it's literally that the impossible becomes possible. So you'll have more and more fun, and more flow is also what happens. This is a really important thing. Before I get into actual play prompts, I really want to share this difference that I noticed. Talking about joy, a lot of people are good at doing fun things here and there, or in the spare time, or you have moments of fun and joy. But what I keep hearing from others as they reflect what they see in me and how I compare with others, for me, joy is a foundation. It's not just here and there. It's always present. That's what happens when you're more and more sparkly. So it's for me, it started becoming more and more that even when I went to things like radiation, for example, I walked calm and strong, actually grateful for every moment. So it kind of turns into this supernova of sparkle where it's not like you're always cheerful like this, but you find so much strength in this. And you really connected with where you want to be, and you're feeling strong and powerful, and you choose the best for you. So I can't even fully put it in words, but it's an amazing feeling. And I want you to also know that you can create that for yourself as well. So lots of awesomeness that I'm already sharing here. And I would love to see if I can see comments here. Can you guys tell me? And I know Lacey is watching here and moderating. Maybe somebody can tell me where you're watching from and just put comments in the video. That way I can see them and see if I can see them, because right now I can't see the comments yet. Let's see. I want to do a quick test because I want to engage with you guys as we are doing this. And Lacey, perhaps you can send me a text if you did comment, because I don't actually see the comments right now. Let me double check. Here it is. Now I found it. Okay, I got the comments. They are showing up. Hang on. Bear with me 1 second, people, because I am trying to get the comments visible on my laptop. And for some people are commenting. Okay, I'm so glad, Lacey, that you are helping me because I can't see the comments directly. I can only see the video. And so I will trust that Lacey, okay, hang on. Yep. It doesn't let me hit the comments on my iPad. Okay, I'm going to continue anyway. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm seeing the comments here from Lacey, who's helping me out. She's texting me the things. Thank you so much. So I'm seeing people from Montana, Arizona, Vegas, Kodiak. This is so exciting. Thank you all so much for being here. Super cool. Okay, let me get rolling forward with a first prompt for you guys. So you heard what all of this can do for you, and what it's done for me to live more and more sparkling. So I have this first question for you personally. This is all about you being here. What do you think that may do for you right now? In what ways would you like more sparkle in your life right now? So think about that, and put that in the comments if you want to share. Anybody who comments, it's always helpful for others, to inspire others. It's for you to process things, to be with it. So, and you can win things. I haven't even mentioned that yet. We will also have stuff to win. So ask yourself, in what ways, what do you think that might do for your life if you find more sparkle in your life? And perhaps you have a particular life area where you think, oh, I wish I could get more sparkle in business or in love life or in health. So share what that is for you, in what ways you would like more sparkle. That's a first question. And as you're staying in that curiosity for yourself, what that might do for you to walk in more sparkle and in more joy all the time, like this deep kind of joy. Think also of friends that you have, because this is also about inviting friends. I want to make this a big sparkle party. If you know anybody who would love to be here, please share this video and invite them to watch us and to play with us. And we can also do this as replay. Lots of stuff happening here. Even through the weekend, you can win things. I'm going to do a prize draw actually on Monday morning for specific comments that you will make. You will see you can win something all through the weekend. All right. So now quickly, before we fully get rolling, like have the what you need to have ready. It's only piece of paper. Be curious, have something to write, and turn off distractions so you're present on for this with pure me time. This is for you right now, your personal time. Here's a small disclaimer. We might get silly, and that is actually, I'm going to give you a quick visual as to why this matters so much. So I'm super creative, and one of the things that I did that you find in this book is that it has to do with curiosity and with playfulness. So this is a stick figure, obviously. So, and I'm going to quickly explain what I'm doing here. We're talking about living in our full potential and living in full sparkle, okay? So here's how we typically, as grown-ups, often operate. We're very used to using our logical brain, and I'm just going to make a little dot here. Of course, we have bigger part of our brain. Let's say this is the logical brain, right? It's amazing. It can help us do things. It helps us build structures, and there is a place for the logical brain. However, I'm acknowledging comments here. So we have Gretchen, you mentioned that you would like to feel more sparkle in physical health and more vibrancy. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for mentioning that. Yes, keep that wish on the radar. You will find the right answers. So here's back to the quick explanation here why this will be so awesome. So typically, as grown-ups, we operate in this logical mind, right? This is when you have the checklist of what you think you should be doing. You're supposed to make money. You're supposed to have a smart job, blah, blah, blah. Certain frameworks that we just run on autopilot, right? And we do if we don't pause. And so here's how this book and this workshop can help you. What we're actually doing is I'm looking for a yellowish color. We also have a creative brain. And what I do in my work and with this book is suspend this logical mind for just a moment and dare to do silly things. So also with my card game, you will be able to access this silliness, this creativity. And what happens with that, when you're curious, you have to be curious, otherwise you won't be doing it, because then your mind might say, that's too silly, but then you're not giving yourself permission to sparkle, right? So you get curious, then you drop into your heart. You start hearing your heart's wisdom. And what you also start hearing is your intuition, which is your deeper knowing, universe guidance. You see synchronicity. You just feel what's good for you, as opposed to just thinking logically about things, right? So that's what playfulness can do for you. And that's what I found is actually one of the big things that I found in the book that really started help me to find the true answers that really serve me best. And the bigger answers, and here's the cool thing, because we have actually, we're so much more than just our brain. We have a soul. We have a higher wisdom. For all of you, it doesn't really matter what you believe, in whether you're in a particular religion or what kind of religion. I'm eclectic spiritual, but we can probably all agree that there's probably more than just our physical selves, right? And the way I see it and have come to learn it is that we have an energy field around us. Like sometimes you can feel that when you get too close to somebody, you get into their bubble, right? So we all are energy, and we have higher wisdom. So all of that wisdom you can actually access when you get out of your logical mind. So there's a lot of wisdom that I want you to access, because that's where the best wisdom comes from, when we consider all of it. And so the way I do it is listen to all of that first, drop into the heart, listen to your heart, and then we can use our logical mind and bring in that wisdom from there to make things happen. So that's why playfulness is so important, so that we don't miss out on all this amazing wisdom. So I wanted to share that real quick before we get now going with the next thing. So you saw already that we have a book reading and play prompts and stuff to win. Now let's begin. We're ready to begin. Okay, I'm going to take a quick sip of my tea here. All right. So like I said, this only works if you're curious and you have to be ready to play. So suspend for a moment all what you think is possible regarding your personal wishes that you just made, and give yourself permission to believe that anything is possible, okay? So I'm going to open the book now and start. So we have the beginning of the book here. By the way, this is a super fun book where you can read however you like. You can read with your logical mind that we just talked about, or you can spark your playful side and just pick any play prompt in the book. And they are marked like this. You see them always like that. You can do that. Or you can follow your heart and just go to whatever chapter calls you. You can jump around. Let me give you an example. Where are the chapters? The chapters are here. So you can pick chapters, or, which is one of my favorite ways of playing, is using your intuition. And it's called bibliomancy. You can close your eyes and just point your finger anywhere and ask yourself, like, show me what's my best answer right now. And then you're curious, and then you see what it inspires you to wherever you land. So you can also use a book like that. In this instance, I was inspired to start with the beginning. In 1 second, to read you a quick element, a welcome from the book to you. And the book here at the beginning has a few things. Here's a promise of the book. The more you play with this book and play with it in your life, the more magic you will find, because you will start making it a practice of being curious and of hearing your heart and of spotting those mind stories that say, this is not possible. And then you come back more and more onto the sparkle path and discovering more and more of your superpowers and what's good and the joy and the things you want, right? It's very much a retraining your habitual thinking into one of sparkle thinking and power thinking. Here's a dare that I have for everybody who reads the book to play big. So challenge yourself to think beyond what you think is possible. Don't just read, and also do things that seem a little scary sometimes. If you follow your heart, you will find that you always win. And let me see what else. Did I want to share here? Here's a side note that I wanted to mention to you. I want to read this for you as I'm seeing this whole section here. As I'm editing this book, I just came out of a turbulent inner growth time where I felt I had no clue of my sparkle. In fact, as I'm writing this, I'm thinking, wait, what? Me, queen? That's just such, bleep, swear word. You'll also find inner voices that will try to tell you you are not it. Don't believe any of it. Me, as I'm here, I say, you know what? I don't care. I'm committed to me. All you voices who say I cannot, well, I can. Listen to me. I listen to me. So be ready for all kinds of mind objections that you will hear, and have fun with it. May your journey be wonderful and filled with magic, your magic, and so it is. That was my invitation to you, and now I have a next play prompt for you. So This is from my treasure chest. That's also one of the things in the book. A small moment to close your eyes and to check in with your heart. So you can follow me and just listen for a moment. You can put your hands on your heart and take a few deep breaths and allow yourself to breathe out all of those thoughts, whatever you think should be happening, any questions you have, just allow to let it flow all the way down through your body into the earth. The earth is always such a happy recipient for anything that doesn't serve us. And as you keep breathing, notice your feet on the ground and how they're connecting you to earth, and that you're always safe where you're standing, wherever you're standing. You have this ground under your feet. So keep breathing into your feet and feel your body and do a body scan and a heart scan and check in with you, just observing how are you feeling right now. Do you have any tension in your body somewhere? Does your heart have something to say? Do you feel anything heavy somewhere? Are there mind stories that just really jump up in front of you and say like, here's a story, blah, 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 you should be doing something, or maybe something's upsetting you? Just look at everything in your mind's eye and just observe and see it. And as you did that, I want to invite you to open your eyes, and if there was something that came to you that wanted to be heard, write that down for yourself. So it can be a thought that you were thinking, a feeling that you were feeling. You can also put it in the chat if you like. This is the moment to an example of how we pause and just really listen to what our heart says, to what our body says, instead of just running on autopilot. So that's one of the big things in the book that can actually already work miracles for you. That's the thing that we often forget. That, it's the not listening to our best answers, right? So from that spot, and I'm quickly checking the time, we're at half an hour. We're going to have half an hour more. I want to bring you back to your wish that you had. You all made a wish of making your life more sparkly in one way or another. So take that wish for a moment and paint it in the most awesome colors and make it as big as you like. What do you truly want right now? And really feel that for a moment. And make it ridiculous. It can be like amazing, even bigger than you can imagine. So as you share that for yourself, and maybe in the comments too, and Lacey, I trust that you will comment it into our private chat because I cannot see the comments. That being said, keep that wish on the radar for you. So you're curious about that. So now I'm going to play bibliomancy, and we'll open the book somewhere. And then you can stay curious and see what it inspires you to. Okay, closing my eyes and just following where I feel. Two more pages. And left side. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read something to you, what came here. And you can just stay curious as to what that inspires you right now. Thank you, Lacey. Okay. So at some point, I accepted and even started loving my body and having fun with expressing myself. Also, thanks to my inner awareness, play full out adventures you get to read here in this book. Yet, there is still this photo just now. That photo here. Not that photo, sorry. It was a photo here. This photo I had. This was a part in in the book writing and the story where I started to become aware that I didn't fully love myself, and I had a hard time actually fully loving myself. And I made this, I took a selfie of myself with a dog in the background, and doing this play prompt for myself, like, here, let me show my, like, I'm loving myself. Picture with a dog in the background. I was able to see that love kind of here, right? And just me looking at myself without the dog, trying to feel the love for myself. This is what I looked. Check this out. I totally just wasn't able to fully accept and love myself. Whatever the heck, I had a barrier, right? And so that was like the being that we just did before. It was a moment where I realized, wait, there's something interfering here. There's some stories in there, some reason why I'm not fully loving myself. And so that's the prequel of this chapter here. So, so I was thinking, like, who the heck am I to even love myself? Like, meh, I don't even care. Whose voice is that? What the heck? It's my inner bully, giving me an F you in my face, then ignoring me. See the last paragraph? Who talks like that? As I write, that voice keeps mind-storming me with all kinds of bullying of what I'm supposedly doing wrong. You still don't get it, it sneers. And yet, here I am, stopping. Now, looking this bully voice in the eye. Standoff, showdown. I decide that I'm done with this game. I'm done with this inner critic at the steering wheel. My mind already knows I'm magical for like a million reasons. So this was me journaling real time as I was in this awareness that I didn't love myself fully at that time, and in the curiosity of what my mind stories are and who do I want to listen to, right? So this is an example of catching inner voices and then discerning which one is truly my heart voice and which one is like just, I'm just gonna swear. I'm not supposed to be swearing on KPLA probably. So bleep, which one is a bleep story, right? And which one is a heart story? So that being said, I'm curious, what does this inspire you to all? Do you all, as you pause, do you catch some mind story, how you might have been holding yourself back from getting what you want? Is there something that maybe you have been bullying yourself? Maybe you have been holding yourself back from getting out there in pursuing what you want, being scared of it or something. So what are those mind stories for you? So you can take that to journal and just acknowledge what have you been telling yourself. I want to acknowledge another comment. Marianne is mentioning that she wants relationships, moments of connections. Very cool. And Jean says, oh, so happy to have you, Jean. Yes, hearing your heart voice and story. Jean, you say it's so powerful. Astrid, yes, hearing your heart voice and story. Indeed, indeed. Whew. I'm so happy to have you all play, and I'm so happy for you that you're here and taking this moment to be curious what your stories inside are. So on the sparkle path, off the sparkle path, right? Like the bully was off the sparkle path, the bully voice. And my heart is on the sparkle path. So it's all about catching them. So I want to hear from you all if you have something that comes up for you as you heard that. And I actually want to say here, there's like a quick stop for a prize draw. So the first one who comments, surprise me. The first one who comments, surprise me, will get a surprise right now. I'm going to pull an inspiration card for you from my card deck. So who wants to get a card pulled for you? Say surprise me, and then you're going to get that. I'm going to wait for Lacey to see who that's going to be. And I'm going to take a sip on my mug real quick. while I'm waiting for that. Lily, still on. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. You get the surprise. You're curious to play. So here's my card deck. I'm going to be shuffling that in a second. You see there are different cool cards in there. 3 types of cards, actually. Sparkle cards are the cards that will, and there's more people playing. Oh, almost, sorry. There was a typo in there. Lily, you're on. Sparkle cards help you find more of your gifts and what makes you awesome. Juicy cards are play prompts, and they help you get out of your head and sometimes do really wacky things, being playful like a child. That actually helps us access our superpowers and our wisdom. And then there are special magical tool cards like this one here, Intuition Spark Receiver. And they give you special tools for your sparkle adventure. So I'm going to shuffle, and you can stay curious, Lily, what it will inspire you to. And so, like I said earlier, to really benefit of the book, it's not just reading, but it's also doing, right? And so now I can't hear when you're saying stop. I'm just going to take whichever card pops out. So be ready to take action and do whatever the thing says, right? So let's see, here's one back here that wants to come up. Okay, so this is this is a sparkle card. So they always say that you are already a diamond and find more of your gifts and what makes you awesome. That's what that's about. So this is your play prompt for this card. Do this. If you were a color, what color would you be? If you were a shape, so be curious and just answer that for yourself, okay? If you were a shape, what may that be? If you were a movement, what would that be? And don't think too hard, just whatever first thing that comes to you, that's the answer from the heart, right? Now you get to act that out and breathe. This is your play prompt. And as you did that, then ask your heart, what does your heart say this means? So I'm going to read it one more time real quick. If you were a color, what color would you be? If you were a shape, what shape may that be? If you were a movement, what would that be? Act that out as like a dance move or whatever. Nobody sees you. Act it out and breathe, and then ask your heart, what does your heart say this means? And everybody can do this as well. This can be a powerful exercise for you where you can find a gem for yourself about what makes you awesome. So I would love to hear how that resonates and what came to you as what makes you awesome. Okay. All right. So here was the card deck. Let me see what I had as a next. That was the first win, and there's more wins that will be coming. Hang on one second. Okay. Okay, cool. So now that we're here, I want to, because I said it's a creativity play prompt, I want you to take a sheet of paper, quick sheet of paper, blank paper, and we're going to play with colors for a small moment. And this has nothing to do with being an artist and nothing to do with perfection. I want you to tune into your desire, into what you want. And you can either blindly or consciously pick 3 colors that really feel like this is already happening for you. So I just blindly picked 3 colors. And before you draw anything, paint that picture again of what you want to experience more of in your life right now. Whatever area that is that you want more sparkly in your life, what is that thing? So feel into that. And what you can do that always helps, I like to do that, to be as specific as you can and actually write that down on top of your piece of paper. So I'm going to write that for myself. Okay, I wrote for myself, my desire right now is that more people sparkle. And you know what that means now as an insider. More people sparkle and my tribe grows and buzzes. That's what oh, great, great. I'll get to the comments in a second. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lacey, for translating the comments and pasting them over. Okay, so you have your desire on top of the page here. And and I'm so glad that Ani is here. Yay. You have your desire, you pick 3 colors, and now I want you to actually close your eyes. With eyes closed, draw onto that paper. And you don't have to know what you're doing. Just stay on the paper. Just draw whatever shapes come to you. And allow yourself to do that blindly. This is totally wackadoodles for some of you, I'm sure. And it was for me the first time I did it, but I was curious, and I'm telling you, something really cool will come from this, and I will show you in a second how that works and what that will do for you. Okay, one more thing. Okay. Whew. All right, cool. So I just did this for myself, and I'm going to share what I did and what you can do with this right now. So this, by the way, is one of the creativity prompts that I've used on my journey I discovered that on my journey to find more sparkle. It's one of my superpowers that I discovered is to do magical drawings like this. I call them alchemical drawings. I use them now with my clients and in business even. And you're here, you get to also learn this tool or get a glimpse of it. I use drawings like this for clarity and also for more wellness and healing. So there's so much power in art. It's amazing. So what I want you to do, and I'll share how this works in my drawing in a second. Look at your colors that you picked and ask yourself, what do these colors mean to you? And then label the colors on your paper. And like for me, for instance, here, this pink means play for me. And label them with a word or a short sentence. White for me, I'm doing it as for myself. White for me means possibility. And then this, what is this? Ooh, I love this so much. This color is a color that means adventure for me. And of course, you can, stay curious. If you're not sure what they mean to you, there's no right or wrong. You can simply feel into it and just pause for a moment and ask your heart, well, what does this color feel like? What does it make me think of? If I were that color, what would that feel like? And sometimes they're really positive ones. Sometimes they're like, oh, this feels confining or heavy or whatever. So whatever you get, that's your meaning of the color for your drawing. And so now I'm going to decode this for you so you can see how you can use this. And if you have questions about this, you can, Lynette says she loves this superpower. It is a super cool superpower. Thank you. And you all get to discover more of your own superpowers also as you're playing this whole Permission to Sparkle game. The more you play it, the more you find what makes you awesome. And okay. So here, decoding this. And again, like anybody can do this also. It might come more easy to some. And like for me, it's a superpower. But I've recently done this with a super left brain person, actually, who is like an engineer kind of thinker. And he also got something really cool out of it for himself, for his business even. So Okay, so you have the names on the page with the colors, and now you get to read it like a magical weather map, okay? So you can ask yourself, well, what do the shapes mean? And if this were a map, like how would I interpret this? So I usually look from left to right. This is now, and this is the future. Like in terms of like, oh, this is a path to get somewhere, for example. So I see I see here, I would read it like this. It's almost like it starts here and it really leads to this big square. And it starts with the adventure. So here's my question, right? Like you keep that in mind. What was your wish? And for me, it was that more people sparkle and my tribe grows. So this drawing now can give me an answer in how can I manifest that and how can I bring that into my life. So for me, what I'm reading and seeing here is that it is to connect with the energy of adventure. So that's the first thing, to do something that makes me feel like adventures. And for me, that's like going on a road trip or doing something spontaneous or going somewhere where I haven't been, like a new restaurant, something simple, or yeah, or doing crazy play prompt. Even that can feel like an adventure to me. Starting there, and then here's white. The color white showed up here and here. So there's these steps of white, and also white is also here. I'm painting over this. And white is the color of possibility, and what that means to me. After connecting with the energy of adventure and doing something that makes me feel adventurous, I get to always check in with my mind again and make sure that I'm really feeling that anything is possible. It's this freedom feeling of like, yes, of course I can do anything. Yes, of course my dreams are already happening. Reconnecting with that at any moment, that together with the energy of adventure, if I create that for myself in my life, as I walk through my everyday and do my things, that leads me to, there's this big, it almost looks like a playground. That leads to the bigger playground. See what I'm getting this very powerful answer here. It's literally breaking that down. For me, I got a clear map of how I can create more of this in my life. It's a connect to do something that makes me feel adventurous, make sure my mind game is open and believes in possibility, and enjoy my life like that. And that will create my bigger playground with those people, more people, and bigger buzz. So I would love to hear what came up for you guys. If you found clarity, like if you found something, and here comes the bigger win for the weekend. If you found a gem and something that really like, wow, something that's super cool for you, a big aha, write sparkle in capital letters anytime. Comment with sparkle when you find something that blows your mind, a cool aha. And all of the sparkle comments, I will do a prize draw on Monday morning. All of the sparkle comments, okay? So I'm going to check up with the comments here real quick. And we only have 10 more minutes left, actually. So time flies. If you guys have questions, please also post any questions you have. I'm going to get to all the comments, and I will... even if they're after the video, I will get to all the comments, okay? So I'm going to go back to the comments here now and seeing, let's see. Okay, I had somebody playing with the game. I love it. And then Lily said that it helps me to get out of my brain and into my body. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what you saw, what I did earlier. Where is it? That's exactly this. I'm so glad that you got to experience this out of your brain and into your body. Yes, yes, yes. Then Ani was saying, blue water flowing means to me that I need to stop resisting and stop stagnating. Ooh, those are some really powerful answers that you guys are getting. I'm so happy that you find that. And then one thing you can always ask yourself, how can you support yourself in doing that with love and compassion? Because sometimes the answers we're getting, we're like, okay, I need to stop resisting, but how do I do that, right? Like, it can be scary. Those things can be challenging. So stay kind to yourself and take a step at a time and support yourself as you're doing those things. Sparkle comments. A lot of sparkle comments. I love it. Loving yourself as a great reminder. Yes, that has been one of the biggest things that I found on my cancer healing journey. I actually had to choose joy and loving myself in order to heal, in order to create more sparkle in my body and create a healing environment. Like, all this negative inner self-talk was actually not healing and supporting my dis-ease. Like, we can literally feel that. Like, if we're like being angry with ourselves, it feels terrible in our body, right? That is not healing energy. Healing energy is our body functions best when we love ourselves and are kind to ourselves. So that's also why this book is so relevant. When we sparkle, we're also more healthy. We create more health, all that good stuff. Okay. More comments here. Jean Berry said, my drawing showed me access is through love. I love it. I love it, Jean. It gets me so excited. You just validated what I'm saying too. That was a huge portal for me, literally, in the cancer healing, when I decided, like, yes, I'm going to take care of myself. Yes, I am standing up for myself. How can I love myself right now? What do I need? Like, I started to really ask those questions. How can I create joy in my life? How can what can I eat that brings me joy? I started to ask those questions, and that started to help me feel better and stronger. And I literally felt that I started to heal more. And it also ended up showing in the doctor's results, in the blood work. Like, I had one moment where, they always take your blood work when you go through chemo, and I was going through pretty intense chemo at the very beginning. And when I was like getting to the end of it, my doctor was saying that normally in this chemo, the blood work gets down for patients and it gets more challenging. And she saw that my blood work actually got better during those treatments. It got better and better. And like, I walked away with the blood work of a healthy person. And I'm convinced that has to do with me doing those sparkle principles of like loving myself and like trusting the sparkle, giving myself permission to sparkle, all of that. And there's another wish. Oh, I'm so happy to have you, Eleanor. Wish my physical energy would catch up with my mental energy. Yes, I know how that goes. We can have brilliant minds. Sometimes it's like, wow. And yeah, so you can stay curious with that question, right? As we stay curious, and perhaps you're inspired to do a drawing like this and see what answers you're getting from this. What serves you best right now? What can you do for yourself right now to raise your physical energy? And perhaps it is to slow down your mind. It kind of depends, right? Like where we're at. And one thing that I know, and there's a bunch of play prompts in the end, by the way. Also, it's like meditating and breathing that helps us slow down, and it can also feel really good. That way our mind doesn't go haywire and all of that. Gretchen, more comments here. Sparkle. My art showed me that I can flow into my intuition and grow stability by allowing the flow and following the flow into my intuition. This is like a big circle of one thing leading to another. You guys, that makes me so freaking excited to see all of you getting this big, powerful wisdom for yourself. So see, you can all do this for yourself. You got one super tool, you finding the amazing answers. So now is, of course, for you to not just forget about it, but actually follow that path and take those inspired actions. And as I'm wrapping up this call here, I want to encourage y'all to stay on that sparkle path. So stay curious with that. And one way of doing this is you can get the book today. If you're enjoying all of this, there's more of that in here. I also have some cool stuff on my website. There will be a sparkle club that I am opening up that also has a free level. You can do all kinds of stuff in my world. I have a free Facebook group. If you go to my website now, you will see that. That is my website, so you'd have that, and then the book is on Amazon right now. And actually, if you're all inspired to get the book, if you get it today, that would be awesome, because I'm on a mission to inspire many people around the planet. It's one of my I really feel called to do that, to share my superpowers and how I got here. And Amy says, thank you. Love your story, how you were sharing. She's heading off to walk the dogs. Yes, to self-care and doggy love. I love it, Amy. Thanks for having been here. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up the call here. I have 4 more minutes. If anybody has questions, I'll stay for these 4 more minutes. As I was saying, is like I'm on a mission to inspire people around the world. And if you do like the book and buy it today, it will help me get higher ranked on Amazon. And what they will do is it will make the book visible to more people. And of course, for you, if you feel called to the book, it will make me happy if you find more inspiration. And I know you will, since you're already here and resonating with this sparkle book. It'll make me happy if you give yourself permission to sparkle and keep playing that game. So yeah, do we have any more questions? Let me see if I skipped any comments here. They had a cool meaning. Yes. Okay, cool. So I want to say one more time, like, anybody else who wants to take part in the prize draw, if you did find any sort of cool awareness for yourself, just write sparkle, and I'm going to do a prize draw. I'm actually going to give away a signed book that I will mail to the winner with an intuitive message from the book. To all of you who played here and found something, some aha, and want to sparkle, just put the comment sparkle. And even if you didn't find an aha, you might need it even more, right? Just put sparkle in the comments and you will. Okay, great, Jen. You say, thanks for an interesting session. You're going to make art. I love that. That is super, one of the healing tools, actually, that really helps. Yay, awesome. So I take it there are no more questions. Let me get one more, one more inspiration from the book. I'm getting inspired to send you guys off with one more inspiration on the right side. Okay. So here, let's see. I'm just going to read what I'm pointing to, and you can stay curious what it inspires you to. I was asked by one of the leaders of the program to tone it down. They said I was playing too big, too loud. They felt I was attempting to solicit business from others in the program by inviting them to play with me. Oh my gosh, really? I felt a huge energy of heaviness, then defensiveness. So I love that I landed here in this spot because it's all about playing too big, playing too loud. This is really a question for ourselves. Are we giving ourselves permission to play full out? Are you giving yourself permission to fully sparkle, or are you holding back? What are your mind stories? Are you playing in the right spaces? Like here, I was playing in a space that did not let me be my full selves, right? So stay curious and give yourself permission to fully sparkle. And Ani, you're saying thank you for this wonderful reminder to dedicate time for ourselves. You're very welcome. Yes, that is a very big one to sparkle. Self-care is my foundation of sparkle. And Mary, you say I am good finding sparkle in the steps of the journey. Yes, 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 yes. That's gratitude in the moment too, of what I'm hearing you say. Okay, so we are at 3:30. The hour is up. One last mention here. The book is on Amazon for all of you who love it. If you have any questions, you can also PM me on Facebook Messenger. Find more about me on my website. And I'm so excited that I had you all here. And thank you again for KPLA to making this possible, and for Kodiak Daily Mirror for writing about me and to mention this. And thank you for having been here, all of you, because that's for you as you give yourself permission to more sparkle. Okay, much love to the world. Share this with all of your friends who also may like to play. Replay is also powerful. And again, prize draw will happen on Monday. They can play throughout the weekend, and they can also win a book from me. Okay. Much love to all of you. Happy weekend and sparkle.